With Hyrule Warriors recently released in Japan and its US release next month, we thought it would be a good opportunity to speculate on characters that likely won't be in the game. Because we can. Here's our personal list of the top 10 most ridiculous characters for Hyrule Warriors.
While there have been several incarnations of the Toilet Hand, one of the most well-known is the version from Majora's Mask, found in the Stockpot Inn. He gives you a heart piece in return for a desperately needed piece of paper. Despite being a, to the best of our knowledge, disembodied hand, he is only number 10 on this list because he seemed an obvious choice. Imagine an outhouse jumping around on the battlefield. Hilarious? You bet. Effective? Not really.
A well-known misfit, first featured in Majora's Mask, this 35-year-old fairy wannabe is another no-brainer for ridiculous characters on a battlefield. But his patented magic words, Dingo, Dingo, Gulu, Limpa, would surely cause enemies to pause. He did throw bombs around in Wind Waker, as part of the Tingle Tuner's second player option, so he isn't a complete stranger to destruction and mayhem. Plus his balloon would be pretty helpful for getting around the battlefield.
I won't lie, this guy was pretty freaky in Ocarina of Time. He teaches you the Song of Storms after complaining how his life was ruined by a little kid in the past. His signature token is a crankable phonograph, and while he seems like a nice guy at times, he is one melody away from becoming a madman. Look at that face. Enough said.
Once the running man of Ocarina of Time, the Postman first took up his mailbag in Majora's Mask. And while we haven't seen anything that would indicate he has experience on the battlefield, we do know for a fact that he has some incredible endurance. With his dedication to rules and regulations, he'd seem a natural fit for military service. However, his constant running does occasionally get him into trouble. He would have made such a great character.
Beetle has existed throughout time. Some may say the various men named Beetle are merely relatives with the same name, but we can clearly see how time has molded this one man into a warrior. I mean, look at those eyes, the things he's seen. He even forgets to remove his war helmet from time to time when managing his shop. He's simply too awesome to include as a playable character, and that is why he's on this list.
Cursed by his own greed, the Ocarina of Time Skulltula Man must live as a hideous man-spider, the only cure being to destroy golden Skulltulas. Were they even responsible for his curse? Either way, the cursed Skulltula Man would be incredibly creepy, jumping around the battlefield, tying people up in webs and lashing about with his legs and mandibles. Or he'd just use his giant-sized wallet to bribe the enemy into doing his bidding. It's worked on far nobler characters. Looking at you, Link.
Enough said. Sitting at number 3, Andrew's grandmother would be quite the wild card on a battlefield. With her screechy voice and delicate features, the forces of evil might believe her to be one of their own and pass her by, giving her the perfect chance to lull them to sleep with one of her long-witted tales. She could then run them over with her wheelchair. Good job, Granny. Good job.
Yep, coming in at number 2, it's the hero of savings himself. Maul, a creepily cute entrepreneur, has what it takes to force legions of enemies to their knees. Magic armor and enough rupees to power it indefinitely. Imagine the terror that would spread through the ranks when his theme plays. Or, he might just buy both armies and end it that way. You never know. The only reason he isn't number 1 on this list is because I could legitimately see him being put in the game as a merchant. Maul was never one to miss out on a good business venture. Like war profiteering.
Camaro is a literal dancing fiend. With a mastery level of dancing and creepiness to match, he was simply too powerful to move on to the other side. Only by sharing his gift with others can he find peace. And that is why he is number 1. Because of seeing Camaro dance around the battlefield, Starting dance parties and slamming miniature replicas of his head on monsters isn't ridiculous. I don't know what is.
Hey, thanks for taking a chance on our video. We hope you enjoyed it. As a reminder, this was our own personal list of ridiculous characters, and if your favorite misfit from the Zelda universe didn't show up on here, be sure to let us know in the comments.
If you want to see more videos like this, it'd be okay with us if you subscribe to our channel. We plan on having a top 5 most unique characters for Hyrule Warriors list out soon.
This is Archive.
The Sandwich Ninja.
And GM signing off.